So in the beginning of this video, I mentioned to PJ, do you want to be good or great? And he don't know, but that's my way of tricking him. So with me tricking him, I could be very specific and say, do you want to be good in basketball or great in basketball? But I'm gonna make it broad. I'm gonna make it broad so that when he say great, I can hold you accountable for everything in your life if I see you not being great at it. And that's a joke, like a joke that we have in the house. If they see me lacking on something, they say, Dad, you want to be good or great? And then make me remember, I'm trying to be great. You hear me? Great. Being great sometimes, you're gonna be disliked. You have to show courage that through that people disliking or whatever it is, that I'm confident in my choice. I'm confident that I will make it. I want to be great.
What I see today is that everything's possible in this world for those who don't quit on themselves or their dreams. I've learned to reach higher and higher with our dreams, to become more ridiculous with our dreams, because they're all possible.
The price of the dreams you have for yourself tomorrow is your discomfort today, in learning how to allow all the discomfort. Because anything that I've done in life, turning my life around then and keeping my life on track now and dealing with every situation I do today, it costs discomfort today. It means that if I want to set myself up for success in the future, it's gonna suck today. But I can find joy in that if I know that it's normal and not something I have to stop, not something I have to avoid.
If you will change, everything will change for you. You don't have to change what's outside. All you've got to change is what's inside. To have more, you simply have to become more.
You have to put all that self-doubt, you got to bury that and go for it and just believe in yourself and know that you can do it. I think that's hard for a lot of people.
Be so good that you're undeniable, and don't let anyone tell you that your dream is small. And I know it's super scary, the world is a scary place, but people will believe what you make them believe. So you need to believe who you want to be.
I look at most people, and most people have so much fear still because of so many disappointments that they're afraid to get their hopes up. Of course, if you don't get your hopes up, if you don't commit to something, if you don't give your all every time because you're afraid of failing, you're not going to follow through.
There's only one thing a friend of mine years ago taught me when I was coming up and I was deciding if I was going to do this, if I was going to pursue this life. And he's an Indian friend of mine. And he said, Abna hito kab. And I think that means if not now, then when. So whatever you want to do, Abna hito kab.
If you don't specify what you want, you won't get it. If you specify what you want and you want it, which means you're willing to make the sacrifices necessary to get it, then the probability that you'll get it expands immensely and miraculously in some sense.
What's something really big that you would love to see yourself accomplish? What is it that you really want? The fact is, there is something big inside of you, even if your life may feel small right now.
The wealthiest place on the planet is not in the Far East where there's oil in the ground. It's not in South Africa where there are diamond mines. It's that the wealthiest place on the planet is the cemetery. If there you find potential never realized. There you'll find dreams never pursued. There you'll find people allow themselves to be imprisoned by fear and living a small life. Maybe that's why Henry David Thoreau said, "Oh God, to reach the point of death, only to realize that you've never lived, only to realize that you've never scraped the surface of your potential."
It's not the critic who counts. It's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done it differently. The credit belongs to the person who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred with sweat and dust and blood, who strives valiantly, who comes up short again and again and again, who in the end may know the triumph of high achievement, and who, when he fails, he does so daring greatly.